Hi, Miss Jones. I know that you've given me two students in your class that you wanted me to work on behavior plans for. And so I've been working on that. You've got Jill asking for way too many uh, times of attention during the presentation of the lesson. And then you've got Matt that's just totally refusing to do any work. Does that sound like that's a fair description of what the problems you're having?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what we've got down is the alternate behaviors that are going to function the equivalent of what um, they're going to be the appropriate equivalent for what the student needs to do instead of, either asking for more times of attention or just sitting there doing nothing. So for Jill, it's going to be writing down questions or comments that you will review with her after the lesson's been presented. And then for Matt, it's going to be getting out a pencil or pen, paper, and or the book and writing down words that relate to the lesson presentation, answering questions either by written methods or vocally, questions that you have assigned. All right, so we're going to come up with some reinforcement to help Matt especially want to do this. So for Jill, we're going to have a baseline phase that'll last for 2 weeks, where I'm recording the number of requests that she has for attention during the lesson for each of those 10 days. After that, you and I will go over it and we will decide the appropriate number of times that she needs to be given attention. Now, at first, we may have to just lessen it some and then later on reduce it further, but we're going to come to some decision as to how many times she's going to get attention. She's going to get a card every day that has places for you to sign. And so it'll have, let's say that we give her 4 instances to get attention. The card will have 5 signature spots. For each of the first 4, you're going to give her attention. You're going to explain whatever she needs explained or answer whatever question she has. For that 5th spot, you're not going to give her attention. And for each time, you're going to sign the card. Okay? So the first 4, you'll give her attention and sign the card. The 5th one, you'll just sign the card. So that's kind of her signal to you've gone too far. If it would happen that she would ask again, then you'll move her to the timeout chair outside your room. And that way you can present the lesson without further disruption. Then for Matt, we are going to give him a card. I'm sorry, you're going to have a card that's going to have 5 occasions for you to rate him as either participating or not participating in class. And you'll just circle PA or NA for participating or not participating. And so we're using those 5 times to rate whether he has paid attention or not during the presentation of the lesson. And we'll do that during the presentation, and then we'll do that during classwork time after. As long as he is paying attention for 3 of the 5 occasions, we're going to call that paying attention. And he will receive rewards for if he goes both sections of the day, the classwork and the lesson time, then he'll get $2 in your your class cash. And then if he is able to do that for the entire week, then he will he'll receive an additional 10 bonus bucks, class cash, at the end of the week, but it'll be a bonus on top of his $2. We'll also, for both students, we're gonna have sheets for them to give their responses to how the program's working. You will have interviews with them, with Jill bi-weekly at first, and with Matt it'll be weekly. Just discussing and seeing if there needs to be an adjustment to be made. Do you feel like these strategies are going to help those two students in your classroom?
Yes, I think with time it will help.
Okay, great. So we'll follow up in 2 weeks with Jill, and in 2 weeks after the baseline data with Jill, and we will go ahead and implement Matt's, and we'll review his in a week. So it's good to see you again, and have a good day.